Here it is, the 997 version of the Porsche 911 GT3. Its yellow paint scheme quite smart on this cold winter morning. It has all the attributes of a racing machine, elegant and racy, never out of fashion, and just simply magnificent. Squatting on the road surface, cat-like with its purpose-built front end. This isn't just for aesthetics' sake, the mechanics require cooling, and this adds greatly to aerodynamic downforce. The imposing rear wing adds to the downforce too. You'll notice how the air is guided towards the engine compartment. Under the bonnet, the heart and soul of the GT3, the 3.6-litre flat 6, 415 brake horsepower from 7,600 RPM with the red line at 8,400. The interior follows in step with here the optional carbon Kevlar bucket seat. A terrific ambience as we see the gauges. We could go on for days singing its praises. But that's not all. We weren't about to be intimidated by the freezing conditions at the Abbeville circuit. We warmed up at the wheel of the GT3, not easy as you can imagine. At first nothing really adheres to the ground. The front end slides and the back end snaps out. Yet you can sense the fun is not too far away. The ceramic brake option, noticeable by the yellow brake calipers, is awesome. It has the top quality found on the 997 with pinpoint steering precision. When moving away from anti-skid to sport option, the engine roars with each downshift. The engine sensations push into your back and discharge all of its power. A real pleasure. The gearbox is precise, but perhaps just a little too firm. Once away from the circuit, the GT3 demonstrates the same rigour and confirms Porsche's mastery when it comes to road handling with the PASM system that perfectly manages the suspension. Suddenly an orange flash appears, a GT3 RS. Here's editor-in-chief of the French language magazine Flat 6, Marc Joly.
C'est les toutes premières qui sont livrées là maintenant.
These are the very first ones to be brought to France and Belgium, and today we are quite lucky to be able to drive one where all the first ones have begun competing on circuits in France. The RS is almost a race car built for the road and is the homologated version of the GTS RS R, which competes in endurance racing. The differences are noticeable to the naked eye. The RS sports bodywork that is 44mm wider and a carbon wing taken from the GT3 Cup. The front spoiler has also been revised at lip level. In choosing a composite material for the rear glass and trimming down to the weight of the gearbox, the RS is 20 kilos lighter than the GT3. Another plus, as if one is needed, a lighter engine making for an even more exhilarating acceleration. Inside, bucket seats are now standard issue. There is also a roll-over bar and a 6-point safety belt system.
And
here Motors TV's production chief, Patrick Rivet, says it's a privilege to drive this GT3 RS. We certainly agree. And you really do find yourself in a world less and less familiar whilst feeling the difference. Maybe it's the extra 34mm of the back end. Everything concerning the geometric setup is adjustable on the GT3 and GT3 RS. In fact, the RS seems to be even more precise, and you can point wherever you want to go, and it handles the camber of the corners much better. In any case, the bitter cold didn't spoil our day out with these two sports car monsters. And we're not going to be as crass as to talk about its sticker price, but you may want to buy just a few extra Euro Million lottery tickets.